It's Peanut again. I want to talk to you about a prepper's must-have, what I believe a prepper should have as far as firearms. One, you need a dependable, high-quality service sidearm. For me, I chose Glock 19. Now this one, the mag is loaded, but the chamber is empty. I just checked it. I had my barrel titanium coated on a whim. Anyway, for you safety sallies, it's unloaded. And a good holster. I actually got this holster at a yard sale. It has a single strap retention with a snap. I've carried this. It's a very comfortable holster outside the waistband. And in an emergency situation, I will carry my typical concealed carry the way I normally do, but I will carry that Glock on my hip. I chose Glock. A lot of people don't like Glock. Whatever. You need whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable with. You need a good name brand serviceable or service rifle or pistol that's capable of shooting and not needing constant maintenance. You know, capable of getting the job done. I chose the Glock 19. If I had to do it all over again, I think I would have got the Glock 17, but it just turned out the Glock 19 was for sale, and I was ready to buy. I bought it. Now, to go along with the Glock, something I think is an excellent rifle is the pistol caliber carbine, the Glock, the Kel-Tec Sub 2000. This is, I think, one of the best guns that you can get. A lot of people will disagree with me. Now, this is a 9mm. I got this to go along with my Glock 19, although this is a Glock 17 mag recipient. So this takes the Glock 17 mags. I just dropped a loaded mag, so you safety sallies. It is unloaded. There's none chambered, obviously. But this is a quick deploy concealable weapon that you can carry in case of an apocalyptic situation, an extreme emergency, martial law, you name it. Preppers are usually prepared for anything, and this is a gun that you're prepared for anything with. I would definitely grab my 9mm Glock because that's my best sidearm that I own. I would still probably carry my concealed bodyguard. Probably. I might go with another 9mm, conceal it. That way, depending on the situation, I only have to carry 9mm. But this, you can conceal under your jacket. And it's really not that hard to deploy. And you're ready to go, other than, racking the slide, and I'm going to leave it locked open. Of course, you've all seen these. You pull this down to collapse it, and there's a tab here you pull up to bring it back open. Mine, the only thing I did with mine is I have a tacticalproducts.com, like a neoprene rubber. I don't know what you call that. It goes over the buffer tube. Because when I lay my cheek down on this to get a sight picture, when this thing fires, it snaps. And you can feel that in your cheek. And it's like, every time except harder, it kind of snaps. And I didn't like it. And I haven't shot it since I put this on. I'm not really big into shooting guns. I really don't like shooting guns a whole lot. But I like owning them. I like having them. I like having the option. I can shoot this. I have shot this. I know how to shoot this. Another reason I don't like shooting is I don't like wasting ammo. If I go out and shoot this, I'll shoot a box of ammo. And that's one less box of ammo I'll have for the apocalypse. But you definitely want to get a sub 2000 that complements your sidearm. I believe they come in Beretta. There's another one, I can't think of it, but I should have got one for a Glock 19, or I should have got a Glock 17 sidearm, but mine are kind of mismatched. But it's not that big a deal because each have their own magazine, and if I ever emptied one of them, I'd go with the big sticks. I got a lot of the big sticks, the 33 rounders, so they would go in there. And of course, your go-to first off, if you can get to it, is your rifle, and that would be this, and an all-out free-for-all, like Katrina, when there's looters and stuff around. This would be one I would carry. Actually, in a situation like that, I might carry my AR-15, but you don't always want to be carrying your AR-15. That is a war gun. It's a sporting rifle, yes, I know, but when shit really hits the fan and you really need firepower, that's when you break out the AR-15. That's when, you know, you got hordes coming at your house. You know, they want your food, they want you, they want whatever. That's when you break out the big guns. This is not the big gun, but this is very carryable. This is 80 ounces with a loaded mag. That's 5 pounds. That is pretty good for a rifle. One that collapses and you can conceal. So this is a Gen 2. You can find them now for under $400. In my area, you can find them. They were hard to find for a while, and I bought this one when they were hard to find, so I paid a little bit more. But I have seen them for under $4, and I've seen them in different colors, but I already own one, so I'm just going to stick with it. My bolt come uncocked. Anyway, my mags are still out, so we're safe. Anyway, the Sub 2000, if you can, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on them, but I wouldn't buy the 40. All the problems I've seen with them, most of them all come from 40 caliber. The 9mm is just a little bit more of a docile round, and with all the plastic lugs, the plastic hinge, I think you get a more solid rifle with a 9mm. It's more durable. 40 caliber might be just a little bit too much for it. I don't know. But the ones I've seen that are broke are usually 40 caliber. I went with 9mm because 9mm is cheaper. It's lighter. I can carry more rounds. I can get more rounds in my gun, be it the carbine or the pistol. The Glock carries 15 rounds. The Glock 19 carries 15 rounds. Yeah, so I just went with a 9mm. And the biggest reason is probably cost. I was getting boxes of shells, boxes of 50 for $10 or less, and I just buy them all up. I got lots of rounds, and I just like the 9mm. If you can't do it with a 9mm and you can with a 40, there's a very thin margin there. What can you do with a 40 that I can't do with a 9? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Not to knock your choice of a 40. If you chose a 40, it might be better for you. You might have bigger hands. I'm a normal sized guy. I like a normal sized handgun. The 40s might be a little bit bigger. I don't know. I just know the 9 fits me. All my 9s fit me. So I went with and one thing with the Glock 17 Kel-Tec, it does have a little bit more to grab onto. If I'd have got a Glock 19 Kel-Tec, it would have had a shorter grip for the Glock 19 mag, just a tiny bit shorter. not much, half an inch maybe, but that half an inch is enough I can get my pinky on it. Otherwise my pinky would be hanging down. But anyway, I think this is a very good for a prepper to have if you have the money. They're fun to shoot. Like I said, they snap a little bit on your cheek, but they're light, they're neat, and they're quick. You know, in the age of a lot of takedown rifles, you can't get much quicker than that. Boom. You know, I just did a video on the AR-7, the Henry Survival Rifle, explaining that it's not much for or offense or defense. This is for offense or defense. Boom, I'm ready to go. You know, other than racking. But that's all it takes. You know, it's the same size as the Henry Survival Rifle. It doesn't float, but I'm not going to throw it in a pond. This is your go-to offense or defense. This is what you should have, something like this. Now, yeah, you can go bigger, AR-15 all the way if that's what you choose. If that's what you want to carry, if the situation calls for it. I'm prepared. I have one. I'm ready. I'm sure you guys are too. And if you're not, ultimately you can only carry one rifle, or you can only shoot one rifle at a time. So if you have one rifle, if you can only afford one rifle, do your research. The correct decision on which rifle to buy is the one you make. What's right for you. It might be an AR-15, it might be the Sub 2000, it might be a 22 rifle, it might be a lever action 30-30. Whatever you decide for your own reason, that is the right choice. And not everybody's going to be the same. I have several options, and I plan on letting the situation dictate what I use. I was fortunate enough that I could afford to buy some of these. Again, this video is on the Sub 2000. I didn't go into a lot of detail of it because there's millions of videos on it. I never did one on it, and I want to promote it. I think it's a good rifle or pistol caliber carbine. It's kind of hard to say. I don't put an optic on it because then it doesn't collapse. It'd be nice with an optic, but I want to keep it so it can collapse, and I could conceal that if I needed to. That would fit right underneath my coat. Put my shockwave on the other side. My 19 here. Maybe put one in my carrier. My ankle carry. I could be all loaded up with guns, and you might not even know I'm carrying anything. But again, thanks for watching. It's just my 2 cents, my thoughts. I don't know if you like watching them or hearing me talk, but I know I got 11 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing. This helps me, gives me something to do, gives me something to talk about, and I want to thank you for watching.